Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. In today's pick a card reading, we will find out how does the person on your mind truly feel for you. So you can see three images on your screen right now. You've got three options to choose from. Feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options. Pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the pinned comment as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hi group 1, if you guys chose the first image, let's find out using the tea leaves first. How does the person on your mind truly feel for you? Alright, so for you we have funnel, which says period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Then we have chair filled, someone new is entering your life. We have career, broken ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business. Candle, you will be shown the way. And lastly, we have feather, someone you know is undependable and insincere. Wow. All right, let me just reposition these a little bit so you can see better. Okay, group 1. So right off the bat, as funnel is telling us, the person that you're asking about today is very frustrated that they do not have a real connection with you anymore. It's also interesting to note that the funnel card over here says lessons to be learned. So I do think that this separation that has occurred between you guys very clearly over here with broken ring, or this breakup that has happened, or even if this was a situation that never really took off the grounds, they are taking accountability to a great extent. They're realizing exactly where it is that they had gone wrong. In fact, the frustration that they're feeling is not only because they don't really have a connection with you anymore, or because you're not perhaps talking to them anymore. It's also because either someone new has already entered your life, or they know for a fact that you have an active dating life right now, or that you're looking to get married, and perhaps if you're in the arranged marriage setup, then your family or your friends are actively looking for a life partner for you. So they are aware of all these things, and it's making them frustrated. And okay, so I've just been told that, and this is where it gets interesting. Wow, the message that I received has just changed the whole narrative. Okay, so Spirit is telling me, group 1, that this individual feels that you were too quick to move on from them, even if it was the other way around. They truly feel like you are the one who was perhaps not as invested in this connection as they were, or that you very quickly rerouted and you went in search of other people as soon as something bad popped up between you guys. I think that the reason perhaps from where the frustration is stemming up now that I have this new message is because maybe they weren't expecting that you would wait for them. And especially with the scandal over here, it almost seems like they were hoping that no matter what happens between you both, you would still be standing at one place amidst the darkness with a candle in your hand, showing them the way that could lead them back to you. But you did no such thing. You went around trying to make your life better. You went around in search of love again, and like I said, most of you have already found someone new, and even if you haven't, perhaps you will very soon. Or they know that, like I said, that you have an active dating life, so they don't like that. I can also see over here with candle and career that there could have been two reasons why things did not work out between you and this individual. First, obviously, could have something to do with their career. There's a huge possibility that they did not have a stable career, and that was always a point of contention between you guys. It could have also been that they were trying to control your career, which is something that you were not okay with, obviously. Maybe they expected you to make a lot of sacrifices in your career. leave everything, move around with them, or not take up particular jobs only because they did not think those jobs were good. And so that could have caused a lot of arguments between you guys. It's also possible over here with career that you guys were together for a brief period of time or for a long period of time, and after that, perhaps because of a new job or higher education, you had to move out, you had to go somewhere else, or they had to go somewhere else. And it almost seems over here with Broken Ring that they did not keep up their end of the promise that they had made to you, that they'll come back for you, they'll come back to you, and or perhaps they'll always keep visiting during the holidays and stuff. They did no such thing though. I'm being told, and I'm specifically hearing fickle minded. So whoever this is that you're asking about is a very fickle minded individual. And the other reason over here with Candle, which says you will be shown the way, someone could have led them away from you. Someone could have specifically asked them to leave you. And they listened to whoever this individual is. Or so this can be anyone. Maybe this was some manipulative friend, maybe this was some family member who wasn't very happy with their connection with you. In fact, this is interesting that right after the Candle card, which says you will be shown the way, we have Feather, which says someone you know is undependable and insincere. So for sure, if this is your reason, the second thing that I'd mentioned, that someone had asked them to part ways with you, whoever that person is, they're very phony, they're very sadistic perhaps, someone who just takes immense amount of pleasure in causing distress to other people for absolutely no rhyme or reason. In fact, because it says insincere over here, and like how a feather keeps floating in the air here and there, chances are that whoever this person is, if you've met them, they could have always been very sweet to you, very nice to you, always asking you how your relationship is going with the person on your mind. But then behind your back, they were always bitching about you. And they were always feeding poison against you to your person, which ultimately led to your separation. And I think the lesson over here that the person on your mind needs to learn is to not listen to other people, to not blindly trust other people. And also, of course, to not get so blinded by their frustration that they're not able to realize what your point of view is. They're not able to understand what your point of view is, or they're not able to see where their mistakes lie. So there's absolutely, although they are feeling frustrated based on these cards and the messages that we are receiving, Group 1, it honestly seems like things could have turned out completely in a different manner, but they chose either not to act, or not to take the right actions, or not to act at the right time. So they don't really you cannot justify this frustration that they're feeling. In fact, I don't think they can justify the frustration that they're feeling either. They can feed themselves as many lies as they want to. But if seeing you with someone else is frustrating them, then I think the lesson that they need to understand is, why did you do what you did, instead of simply pointing fingers in any way. In any case, as they say that if you point one finger towards someone, there are three that are pointing at you. So you should do some introspection also, which so far I don't think your person has done. Okay, let's clear this and take a look at your other oracle cards. So the cards that came out for you, Group 1, are Deep Knowing. All right. Then we have Storm Fields, and we have Forgiveness. Oh, storms always pass. And it seems over here that the person that you're asking about, Group 1, could have been very sure of the fact that whatever was going on between you guys, the bad stuff, the arguments or whatever, they could have perhaps taken all of that very lightly assuming that no matter what happens, you'll stick around. Or we'll brave through it. Our relationship has withstood so many arguments and so many fights in the past. This is nothing new. But you left because obviously every person has an upper limit. Perhaps you were fully saturated in you, and things just crossed your upper limit. For how long were you supposed to put up with their wishy-washy attitude? For how long were you supposed to put up with their fickle-mindedness? For how long were you supposed to put up with their insincerity and inconsistency in their career? Perhaps it was affecting your money or your lifestyle. Maybe you had limited amount of money and you were the one who was doing everything, because every other day they were in between jobs. Whatever the case might have been, it seems like it reached a point wherein it became very tumultuous for you, is what I'm hearing. The relationship, it started overwhelming you. The negative emotions, they started overwhelming you. In fact, I'm also being told, Group 1, that for a lot of you, it reached a point wherein either you did get clinically depressed or you could feel yourself moving towards that. So it was getting bad for you, Group 1. So first of all, at the point when you decided to step out, you chose yourself, and if you're in a much better mental space now, you did a great thing. You do not have to feel guilty about it, right? Because if you would have stayed, it would have been detrimental for you on so many different accounts. So you did the right thing by leaving then. But now how they're truly feeling is, with deep knowing over here in Storm Fields, they feel like it's almost as if I don't know Group 1. It's almost as if I've never known Group 1, because this is not the Group 1 that I know. The Group 1 that I know would have always stuck by me no matter what happened. So how come they left, and how are they with that other person now? It's like I don't know them anymore. How could they have changed so much? And notice how in the middle of this deep knowing, and then what they ideally should be doing, which is asking you for your forgiveness, we have these storm clouds over here. So it's almost as if there is a big blockage in your person's energy, Group 1. And that blockage is that they're not able to see their own mistakes, or at least not the full extent of it. Because forgiveness has come up in their true feelings for you, obviously to a certain degree they are apologetic, but I can guarantee you that they still don't think that it was entirely their fault. They still believe that there were a lot of things that you could have done differently as well. First one, of course, being not leaving. And if they are the one who did not keep their end of the promise, and if they are the one who left, like I said initially with Candle over here, they were expecting you to wait for them. They were expecting you to keep that chair empty for them to come back and sit on it whenever they felt like it. But someone else came and sat there. You gave that place in your heart to someone else. They're offended, Group 1. That's the bottom line. This individual is offended. I can also say that this individual suffers from very muddled thinking. I mean, we already did hear fickle-minded and all those other phrases for them. Somewhere with forgiveness over here coming after Storm Fields, I do feel like this individual truly feels that eventually you will forgive them, or that eventually you will come back around. In fact, if they're not taking any action towards you right now, that might also be stemming from this deep-rooted assumption, you can say, or confidence somewhere that Group 1 is going to come back around to me sooner or later. Maybe this is one of those connections, Group 1, wherein in the past, each time there was a fuck up, they would come back, they would apologize, you would forgive them, and you guys would get back together. But this time you've really put your foot down and you're not entertaining their BS anymore. And because this is new for them, this attitude of yours is new for them and they haven't dealt with it before, maybe that is why they don't know how to deal with it. And because they don't know how to deal with it, how to make peace with the situation, they're just sitting there getting all hyper and frustrated. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards now, and then we'll close the reading with some messages for you from this person. So we have the Queen of Wands, Seven of Cups, the Moon, and the Five of Wands, and bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. So yeah, this new way of thinking and way of being of yours with Queen of Wands over here, because you group 1 are clearly in your power right now. You're doing you, which is great, but they seem to be very shocked by it. They're shocked by what they're seeing, this change in your behavior towards them, this change in your personality perhaps overall, because it does happen when someone has been living a particular life wherein they're feeling, for the lack of a better word, I would say oppressed. And then when they find freedom, it gives them wings and they like that, and it's amazing. So you're out there doing things that you like, dating people, and even if it's not strictly dating people, then just meeting new people, having fun, making new memories. And because they're not used to seeing this side of yours, because you either never let it come out in front of them or they never let it come out in front of them, so they're feeling very shocked by it. Shock is what I keep on hearing over and over and over again. So they truly feel, group 1, that you hid who you truly are from them, because they were never expecting to see this. And again, with the Moon being present over here with deep knowing and storm fields, it's like they're not doing the work. They're not doing the introspection. Instead of going within, instead of analyzing what their faults were, with the Five of Wands over here, there's a lot of blame game that's going on right now. Of course, you're not talking to them. Most likely you're not talking to them. So this is more like an internal dialogue that's going on over here with the presence of the Moon, perhaps something that they often keep thinking about. Like group 1 did this and group 1 did that, and how could group 1 do this and how could group 1 do that? It's like I was gone for a second, and then when I came back around, group 2 is already busy scouting other options. Group 1 is already busy being with other people. And look at the energy of the Five of Wands. This is also like it's reminiscent of the energy of frustration. Like you're trying to win from people, you're trying to overpower others, and it's just you don't know, will it happen, will it not happen? This person truly feels that they gave it their all. My gosh, group 1, I just had the realization that in the beginning I had told you that this individual is fickle-minded. And now as we're channeling from left to right, we can see for ourselves how much of this fickle-minded energy is coming out. 1 second, they're apologetic. The other instant, they think that it was your fault and they gave this connection their all. 1 instant, they realize that they have some lessons that they need to learn and that they were probably in the wrong. And then another instant, they think that you're the one who was unreliable, or that you hid your true self, or that you did not even wait for them to come back and you went around in search of other options. So okay, and this is a big statement for me to make, but if you tell me, group 1, that you have trust issues because of this person, or that you have a hard time believing what people are saying because of this person, I can totally see where you're coming from, and I can totally understand why. Okay, you or this person might be having Aries, Leo, Sag, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in your charts. So let's take a look at some messages from them for you. Let's see what it is that they'd like to say to you. Okay, so we have, I acted like it wasn't a big deal, but it really was breaking my heart. I don't know what this is about. You might know better. Perhaps some argument in the past wherein they acted like it wasn't bothering them when it clearly was. Maybe right now also they act like the separation isn't affecting them, but we can see that they are very frustrated by the fact that you're with someone else now. I'm a big mess, and that's the last thing you need right now. The sincere parts of them do shine through sometimes, like in between, such as this message over here, that at least somewhere in some corner of their heart there is a realization that they are a mess. Why can't you just tell me how you feel? Your actions are confusing me. And the very next minute, I mean, yikes, group 1. I am feeling the pain that I've caused you. Would you look at this? What is this? It's crazy. Okay, then we have, the thought of you with someone else triggers me. This is honesty right over here, because we've already seen that. And then we have, I am ready to travel towards you and meet in person. All right. So this might be something that a lot of you can expect sooner rather than later, wherein they might actually come to your city or your state or your neighborhood. They might either show up at your doorstep, or they might text you out of nowhere and tell you that they're visiting and if you'd like to meet up, something like that. Of course, it's your free will whether you want to meet them or not. Alright, group 1, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If this reading resonated with you, you can connect with me for a personal reading. The contact details are mentioned in the description box. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below how you liked it. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi group 2, if you guys chose the second image, let's take a look at your tea leaves first and find out how does the person on your mind truly feel for you. Okay, so we have flag, which says do not be tempted to lower your standards. Then we have bread, period of prosperity and abundance. Bag, something important such as a new job or raise. Wedge, someone is trying to come between you and a friend, or something you want. Then we have success, and we have fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Right off the bat, group 2, the message that I'm getting is that whoever this individual is that you're asking about is someone who has always prioritized themselves, their career goals, their money, their materialistic aspirations over you and over this connection. No matter how long or short this connection was that they had with you, no matter for how many years or even weeks you guys dated each other, perhaps even during then, you could sense this about them, that if they had to drop you and pick someone else that was more up to their alley, they would do that. And there's a huge possibility that they did just that in the past. There has been a shift since then, though. There has been a shift since then in you, in your energy, in your looks, in your lifestyle. So ever since you guys stopped hanging out or stopped talking to each other, or whatever this equation was between you guys, you've had a glow up. You are doing very well in your life right now. Maybe you're not at the zenith yet, but definitely in terms of money, you're at a comfortable space right now, much better than what it used to be in the past. I also feel like with bread over here, there has been an overall lifestyle upgrade of your family also. And that is something that has not gone unnoticed, especially if this is someone with whom you're in a no contact situation. You think they're not aware of the changes that are happening, but that's far from the truth, because they know exactly what all good things are happening in your life right now. In fact, it seems as if they kept their emotions in tight control when it comes to you. It's almost as if they wanted to get even closer to you. It's almost as if they wanted to give you a bigger degree of commitment. It's almost as if they wanted to be more vulnerable with you, but they resisted themselves from doing so. In no point during this relationship did they think from their heart. All the decisions were taken from their mind. It was mind over heart, logic over emotion for this individual. If they dated anybody after you, or if they have been dating people ever since then, you would have noticed that there is a lot of similarity in those new girlfriends or boyfriends, their families, and this individual's families. There's a lot of similarity in careers also, perhaps. And obviously it hurts. It hurts to see that those are the things that matter more to this person rather than genuine concern and genuine emotions and true love. But it is what it is. Now here's the thing. And because we're asking about true feelings, it's not like this person does not have feelings for you. They do. But they keep their feelings, like I said, hidden or in control, or you can even say repressed feelings for you, because they never really let them out like they should have, or like you did perhaps. And look at how the fox is looking at this success and everything over here. In fact, because we have wedge and we also have bag, it's quite possible that when they called off this connection with you, immediately after that, they went on to pursue something very major in their life, whether it was getting an additional degree, whether it was some highly paying job, higher education, moving to some other place, whatever it was. Back then, they thought that if they stay with you, you will not let them progress. If they stay with you, you will come between them and their dreams. You will come between them and their aspirations. For a lot of you, this was an original thought of your person, but for another lot, this could have been a planted thought in your person's mind. And especially if you guys were very young at that time, this is an idea that perhaps someone in their family planted in their mind, that, oh, group 2 is not good for you, and group 2 can totally reign over your parade and just affect the progress of your career if you spend time hanging out with them, so you should immediately stop doing that. And so they did. Currently, this person, just like you, is also living a very successful life. They too have made good money, they're doing well in their career, and everything is there. Despite that, there seems to be a lot of coldness around them. These look like snowflakes. So it's almost as if, yes, okay, how do I explain this? They might be sitting in front of a very fancy fireplace in some high-rise apartment, but they still feel cold from within. They might be having lots of people around them, a huge staff perhaps, who knows, maybe even partners, different partners, every month they're with someone else. Despite that, they don't feel that warmth in their heart like they did with you, which they did not give into, as we've already seen. And now when they look at you, and now when they look at your life, and especially with all of this energy of shrewdness and cunningness over here, and although I don't like this energy, but of course I have to say I have to say out loud the message that I'm receiving. They think that you are up to their mark now. And that is why I'm saying that the fact that they think that you are a good match for them now, I'm not sure whether this is an original idea or whether this is something that had been, like, someone had polluted their mind when you guys were very young, some family member or some friend. And now because you have prosperity, because you have abundance, because you have success, now they're like, oh, so I don't have to lower my standards anymore if by being with group 2, because they're up to my standards now. Okay, let's take a look at your oracle cards for some more information, group 2. Let's see what else comes out. So we have Imagine, One Ring Circus, and Rejection. Wow. Okay, so you look at the Rejection card over here and you can see these floaty heads around this guy over here. So I do feel, group 2, that for at least 70% of you, they were asked to reject you. And it's not something that they wanted to do out of their free will. They could have been, someone could have polluted their mind with this thought that if you stay with group 2, they'll come between you and your progress. They'll come between you and your success. So the sooner you can get rid of them, the better it will be for you. It could have been one person who told them all these things, but easily it could have been more than one person also, perhaps their whole family, all of their siblings, all of their close friends. The thing is, and if you look at the Imagine card over here, there is a string that is connecting this figure's hand with the moon over here, which tells me that even though the person that you're asking about, group 2, isn't talking to you anymore, or they were the ones to leave you, they never stopped thinking about you. The feelings that they had for you never left. They're still there. And even to this day, this individual has dreams about you, they think about you, they daydream about you, they imagine what it would be like to be with you. And again, if you look at the One Ring Circus card also, for that matter, I think the entire energy over here is very similar to the example that I was giving you guys earlier, that they might be surrounded with a bunch of people, they might be living in a very luxurious apartment, but there still is that coldness from within. Because there's nothing around them. There is no other human being anywhere that we can spot in this card besides this person. So they miss what it is that they had with you, and it almost seems like there is a bit of a regret that they couldn't fully bring themselves to experience what it is that they had with you, and they had to perhaps nip it in the bud. And somewhere with Imagine and Rejection, this individual still dabbles with the idea of giving this another chance, and especially now that they've seen all these good things happening to you and happening with you. But now the problem is this rejection thing over here, because when they start imagining about coming back to you, simultaneously all these other thoughts come to their mind, negative thoughts for sure, that what's the guarantee that group 2 will take you back, considering the fact that you're the one who had left them. You're the one who had rejected them initially. So now what makes you think, oh, why are you so confident that if you show up at their doorstep now, they'll happily take you back in? What if they don't? What are you going to do then? In fact, with one ring circus over here, and imagine, I also feel like this individual analyzes some key past moments between you guys a lot. And the one thing that comes up for them the most in those recalling sessions is that this connection more so was always on your shoulders. Like, you were the one who was always carrying this connection. You were the one who was always putting in more effort. You were the one who was always more dedicated, more sincere, more loyal also, more committed. And that's precisely why when this connection got over, you were the one who got hurt more as compared to them. So they're not aloof to the extent of hurt that they've caused you. But another thing over here with rejection and imagine, I don't think group 2, this person talks about you to a lot of people anymore. It's kind of like you're this deeply buried secret of theirs. Nobody who has come in their life since you left their life knows that you were ever a part of their life, or they ever had any dating history or anything with you. They don't talk about you to other people. They don't like to, is what I'm being told. They don't like to talk about you to other people. And I'm also being asked to connect the dots over here, which, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. When they did speak about you to other people in the past, they were asked to leave you. And maybe there is this subconscious fear in them somewhere that if they bring your topic up again, now also people might discourage them from pursuing you. But they like what they have right now, living with a fantasy version of you. They like that. And they don't want to let go of that string. They don't want to let go of the idea of being with you. And they do not want to be told otherwise. That is why they don't like talking about you to others. Wow, that's very deep. Alright, let's take a look at your tarot cards now, group 2, and then we will close the reading with some messages from them for you. We have the Two of Swords, Queen of Cups, the Magician, and the Five of Swords, and bottom of the deck is the Sun. Hope of reconciliation for sure is still there. In fact, the Queen of Cups over here is screaming the point that we have been channeling since so long in your reading today, group 2, that the kind of love that you gave to them, the kind of acceptance that you gave to them, that all-encompassing, nice, mushy feeling that you give to them, they have not experienced that ever since they've left you with nobody else. In fact, with the Two of Swords over here, no matter how many people they've dated after you, and even if they're with someone right now, it's like they're never fully sure of anyone. They're never fully sure of whether this is someone that they want to be with forever and ever or not. They don't even think that much like into the long term. In fact, with the Queen of Cups over here and the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is actually proof that someone confused them. Or maybe they were already confused that going forward, will they be able to keep up a long distance relationship with you or not? And someone made use of that opportunity to sabotage this connection between you guys, like confusing your person further, fueling that fire, telling them that, oh, this will be very detrimental for you, so it's better to cut it short right here, right now. And they did. But if you look at the Five of Swords and the way this woman's head is hung in shame, there is clear regret now. They feel very regretful regarding the fact that they turned down your love, the fact that they did not value your love, the fact that they back then could never be as sure of you as you were of them, the fact that they left, maybe they did not even give you much of an explanation, and just in general the fact that thoughts like this came in their mind, that oh, group 2 and my standards and all these things. So there definitely is an element of guilt over here, like how could I have compared someone's love with their material value? Like how could I put a price on it? How could I put a price on love? That was so wrong on my part. And another aspect that I'm noticing over here, group 2, is that although your person acts primarily based on their logic, there is a huge difference between what they think and what they feel. Because in their thoughts, very clearly, it's all materialism and standards, and group 2 is matching up to my level now. But in their emotions, it's so deep. There is guilt, there is sadness, there is longing, there is this stubbornness that they don't want to let go of your idea, they don't want to let go of your memory. But it's like a sunken ship, somewhere in the very, very depths of some ocean. They don't like to talk about it with anyone. In fact, you cannot even think, or you cannot even imagine, based on how they behave or how they talk, that they're capable of all these feelings. But they are, and we have proof right in front of us. In fact, with Magician over here in the Queen of Cups, I feel like this person that you're asking about today, group 2, does manifest some sort of reunion with you. They do manifest a chance to at least apologize to you, if nothing else. A chance to maybe explain things to you. And I'm also being told with the Two of Swords and Queen of Cups that if you have tried to contact them from your side, or whenever you do try to have a conversation with them, and if you think that the conversation gets very hot and cold, or after a point in time they stop replying, or they give very dry replies, it's not because they don't feel anything, but the contrary actually. It's because they start feeling so much. The intensity is so much, the emotions that you trigger, it's like someone has just, it's like some dam has broken and water is just flowing. So much water, it's like that. And because they're not used to it, because they're not used to operate from their feelings, that is why, they don't know what to say. They don't know how to respond. They don't know how to react. This mismatch between their head and heart is currently causing a lot of issues in this connection, for sure, because I'm not seeing any shortage of emotions. I'm not seeing any shortage of intentions either. It's just that they're not letting their heart take over the reins. And that is where the problem lies. Okay, let's take a look at some messages from them for you. Your sign or their sign might be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, let's see. Alright, so we have, I've been feeling lost and confused without you. Interestingly, this says confused without you, and then we have Two of Swords over here, which often indicates confusion. Then we have, it's important for me to obtain financial stability. That's something that they've been telling us since the beginning, that money, success, all these things matter to them greatly. I wish I was kissing you instead of missing you. So emotions for you still exist, for sure. detaching from our connection to concentrate on what needs to get done. See, this is that head over heart thing, right here. They detached from your connection because they were told, or because they themselves believed that their career, money, all those things needed their attention more at that point in time. We are not there just yet. So for a lot of you, perhaps your person is still not satisfied with the money that they've made and with the success that they've achieved, and they want even more. I am working to improve myself. I honestly don't know what to say, group 2, because we don't know what the upper limit of this person's dreams are. They've made it clear that they have feelings for you, but they've also made it clear that they most likely will not take any action towards you unless and until they're convinced that they have created that nest egg for them, that they've reached that safe space in their career or in their finances. Alright, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, group 2. If this reading resonated with you, you can connect with me for a personal reading. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know how you liked it in the comments below. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi group 3, if you guys chose the third image, let's use the tea leaves first to find out how does the person on your mind truly feel for you. Alright, so we have tree, which says affairs with your family. Then we have tulip, which says great passion. Clouds, temporary problems. Marriage, interesting. Then we have firecracker, excitement. And we have handshake, a meeting with a stranger could be important. Without a doubt, group 3, the person that you're asking about is knee deep in their feelings for you. I mean, we have marriage over here, we have passion, we have excitement. It's almost as if just thinking about you or just imagining about a life with you, wherein they're married to you, you guys have kids, and you're settled down and everything is going very great. It fills them up with a lot of excitement. It's something that they look forward to. It's something that they want. This individual wants to marry you. They want to settle down with you. In fact, it's not like there has been a change in their feelings towards you. When it says over here, a meeting with a stranger could be important, the very first time when they locked eyes with you, or you guys first started dating each other, or even when they first interacted with you, something about that episode, something about their first meeting with you had made it very clear to them that you're different. You're different from anyone they've ever been with before, and they don't want to be with anybody besides you. It does say temporary problems over here right before marriage, so maybe right now things aren't that great between you two, but this person truly believes that whatever it is that's happening between you guys right now is nothing that can't be worked through. And whatever these problems are most likely coming from either your family or their family. And because we have affairs with family and marriage, maybe one person's family is not agreeing for this marriage. Maybe one person's family is not happy with this union. Maybe your family does not like them, or their family does not like you. And the family is not ready to budge from its stance. I don't think that has impacted your feelings for them or their feelings for you in any manner at all, because the love, the passion is still there. In fact, it's also possible that you both find ways to meet each other, or you both talk to each other secretly still, and your families might not be aware of it. Or maybe you both have taken time off from this connection so that you can pacify your families or give them some time to calm down, maybe, and then you will let them know that, this is the one for me and I cannot even think about being with anybody else. In fact, it's quite possible that your family is making you meet different prospects, different people, I mean, and their family is doing the same, making them meet a bunch of different people. But they are not able to shake you off from their head, from their heart, and likewise. This is very strong, with marriage over here. You don't think about marrying just about anyone. And I'm not talking about fantasizing marrying your crush. This isn't that. This is deep. This is real. This is true. And this is something with excitement and handshake, which I think this is one of those connections wherein both the people have always been very sure of each other. And that is why I keep getting these visuals of the first meeting between you guys. It's almost as if right from that first conversation, the first time you guys met each other or saw each other or spoke to each other, you knew that this was it. Intuitively perhaps, but you knew that this was it. And I can stop looking for love now because it has finally arrived. That's how you felt, that's how they felt. This is a connection that it has everything. There is love, there is chemistry, there is passion, and most importantly, there is this spirit of fighting. Like, I want to fight for this connection, or I don't want to let go of this connection without a fight. I want to do whatever it is that's needed so that at the end of the day, I can be with group 3. That's the energy over here. It might also be one of those, and this is a very specific message, but this could have been one of those connections wherein right from the very beginning, there has been some sort of beef between your families or some members of your families. For instance, your mom has never been a fan of their mother, or your fathers have always had some sort of beef between them for whatever reason. And nobody would have expected that the kids would grow up and fall in love with each other, but that's basically what happened. I'm being told that whenever this person is going through something, whenever they are worried about something, whenever they're feeling sad, just thinking about you or just picking up the phone and looking at your picture or even simply talking to you, it is more than enough for them. It fades away all their worries. It makes them feel good about themselves again. It gives them hope that they can take on the next day. In fact, it's also, and this again is a specific message, but maybe this was a connection wherein you both had started working together somewhere, or they had joined your company, or you had joined their company, or you started attending their school and they were already there, or vice versa. Like, one person was new to the setting and that's how you guys had met, but right off the bat, it was very clear that this is going to be a long-term thing. In fact, with great passion over here and excitement, and then the fact that marriage is present in the middle of all of this, maybe before you met them, you never really gave commitment to anyone, or perhaps it was the other way around. Before meeting you, this person never really gave commitment to anybody. They changed their partners very frequently, or you did, but no such thing happened once you guys came in contact with each other, because once you guys came in contact with each other, neither could they ever think about being with anybody else, nor could you. So this is one of those connections wherein for sure there is a lot of love between both the people, but outsiders are proving to be enemies right now. In fact, in your case, it's not even outsiders, it's like people of your own family or people of their family. So in that case too, I mean, it's not technically outsiders. People in the vicinity are causing problems. All right, let's see what your oracle cards have to say. Let me just clear this up. So we have regeneration, intention, and perseverance. This is so amazing. And these are so in sync with the tea leaves that came out for you, group 3. And notice how we have temporary problems and perseverance, which is telling us, with intention over here also for that matter, that the person on your mind does not care what anybody says, because they have made up their mind that they want to marry you. And so they are willing to fight for it. They are willing to go that extra mile for it. They are willing to convince their families for as long as they need to, just to get a yes from them. And if it's your family that is not agreeing, then they are ready to be with you, or wait for you rather, for as long as needed, till the time your family gives in their acceptance. But with regeneration over here, for sure, even if this is a connection wherein because of all of this family chaos and drama, you guys have had to take a break from this relationship, they don't want that break to forever remain in that state. They want this relationship to get back on its feet. They want to start seeing you again. They want to hold you again. They want to be with you again. In fact, with regeneration over here and intention and perseverance also for that matter, I do feel like this isn't the first time that you guys have had to call it quits because of family problems. Perhaps it has happened in the past also. But nobody can keep you both apart for long. That's the crux of it. And they know it. And they love that fact. It's like this owl is holding on to this dandelion over here. I think it's a dandelion. Within its beak very tightly. So they're not ready to let go of you. They're not ready to let go of this connection. Their eyes, they only have eyes for you. Their intention is very clear, that I want to marry group 3. That is my intention. That is my purpose. That's what I want to do. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes for that. And with regeneration over here, and this is okay, so I just got this message with regeneration. Wow. So this seems to be a burnt tree that is perhaps sprouting to life again. And then we have that lush tree right above it. This has reached a point, group 3, wherein if they have to go against their family, they wouldn't mind. They are ready to marry you today, and they're completely okay with the idea of talking to their parents or asking for their forgiveness or whatever, or just anything else that comes after that. They're okay for doing all of those things. So let me put it simply. They want to marry you even if it upsets their family, because they've made up their mind that if my family does not agree, I will still marry group 3. And then after I have married group 3, I'll continue the whole convincing business. In fact, with regeneration and tree over here, it seems, and also because we have intention, your person has made it very clear to their family that no matter how many people their family gets them to talk to or meet up with, they will not let go of you. They will not let go of this connection. It's like they've given a challenge to their family. And if their family has always been in favor of this match, and if it's your family that's causing the problems, in that case also, it's more like an unsaid challenge for your family, that just like I love group 3, I know for a fact that they love me too. So I'd like to see you try. I'd like to see you try and get my group 3 married to someone else, and let me see how that works. And even I'll see whether group 3 agrees to it or not, because I know they won't. You cannot, this is not a fire that you can douse. The love that group 3 and I have for each other, my family can try, group 3's family can try, you cannot put out that fire. I love this confidence. All right, let's take a look at your tarot cards now, and then we'll close the reading with some messages from your person. We have death. Nine of Swords. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And look at this. Bottom of the deck. And how do you know there's a mirror actually in front of me? So with the Eight of Pentacles being the bottom of your deck, and her feet is riddled with thorns, it's bleeding, she's crying, but then she's still at it. She hasn't quit. She's still working on making these pentacles with these thorny twigs or whatever. And this is how your person truly feels for you. They're not ready to let go of you. They do not want to give up on this connection. They're being vulnerable with us over here for sure, with the Nine of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. So far, they were very, like brave and confident in their stance, but they're being a bit more vulnerable over here now with the tarot. And they're telling us that they're afraid of losing you. They're afraid that their family won't say yes, or that your family won't say yes. They're making it clear almost immediately with the Queen of Pentacles that even if that happens, they'll still choose you. Even if the families don't say yes, they'll still choose you, because they can only think about committing to you, only think about marrying you, settling down with you, and nobody else. Yet, it does make them nervous a little bit. It does make them anxious a little bit. It's almost as if they're tired of fighting. They don't want to fight with their family. They don't want to fight with your family. And they're unable to understand what the big deal is. They're unable to understand why the families won't budge. And they're saying that it hurts them. It hurts them to argue with their loved ones. It hurts them to see you argue with your loved ones. And they're stressed out about, for how long will this chapter continue? Will it ever come to an end? Will the families ever give their acceptance? But because they don't want to lose you, they're also making it clear for us over here with death, because death is all about death and rebirth, that no matter how many times people try to crush this connection, they know, or they're promising you, they'll make sure that it always sprouts back to life. They'll always come back for you. They're not going to leave you out. Your family might try to sabotage this connection. Your family might try to cut all ties between you and them, or their family might try to do that, but they'll still figure something out. In fact, it's almost as if, and this is such a sweet message over here, group 3, it's almost as if with the Nine of Swords over here and Queen of Pentacles, even though they are hurting, they are upset, they are tired, they're stressed out, amidst all of this, they are giving you hope, and they're giving you reassurance that you don't worry. I've got this. I'm not going anywhere, so don't worry. I will come for you. I haven't left. I haven't gone anywhere. So even amidst all of this, they're worrying about you. I just realized that due to YT's policies, I need to invert this card. And I'll probably have to put a sticker. Okay, let's take a look at some messages from them for you now. You or this person might be having Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Scorpio in your charts. Okay, so we have, deep down, I knew you were speaking the truth. For some of you, maybe when you guys had started dating back then also, you could have told them that, are you sure about this? Because I don't think that our families or our communities will be on board with the whole thing. and maybe they said that, oh, none of that will happen, but deep down they knew that this trouble will pop up later, and it has. Or it can be about something else also, depending upon your personal situations. Formulating an escape plan to leave the karmic partner. I'm not seeing any third party energy in this spread, so I don't think this message resonates or will apply to a lot of you. Let me pick out another message for you. And in case your person is in a marriage with a karmic partner, they might be figuring out ways to get out of that marriage and come to you. So this is for those for whom there is no karmic partner. Aching to touch and kiss you. Then we have, I am having trouble confronting my shadow side. Alright, wonder what this is about. Maybe the shadow side is not being vulnerable in front of you and suffering silently. You mesmerize me at every turn. The truth is, I'm in love with you. I don't think that they've never said it before. I think they have, and this is just another gentle reminder of sorts for you. I'm truly sorry for my words and actions. So maybe because of all of this chaos and family drama and any other thing, there has recently been a fight between you guys, because of which there's a temporary pause over here. In the heat of the moment, if they said anything to you, they're apologizing to you for it. Alright, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, group 3. If this reading resonated with you, you can connect with me for a personal reading. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know down how you liked it in the comment section below. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.